Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and tonight we're on the red carpet for Nat Geo and Bill O'Reilly's telling of Killing Jesus. We'll be bringing you interviews with Kelsey Grammer, Emmanuel Cherki, and the entire cast, so get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Slayman, when you get that call and they say, you know what, your next role is going to be this guy named Jesus, what's the reaction?
Jesus. That's
Jesus.
Jesus, where do I begin? I mean, yeah, it's insane. Like, talk about the pressure of 2.2 billion Christians in the world, and beyond that, everyone knows the story. Everyone has their own idea about it and opinion about it. So in that sense, it was frightening. But I think having like Bill O'Reilly's book, having Waylon Green's screenplay, which is wonderful, such a beautiful adaptation of the book, and having that historic angle of it, you know, political, social, historic conflicts that led to his execution, we really had a fresh, different angle to telling the story. And to really be able to humanize it in the way that we did, I'm really so proud of it. So focusing on those things really helped, aside from just the love and passion that I have for Jesus and his teachings, and he has influenced me heavily before I even found out that I got this part. So it just felt natural in many ways. And every time I freaked out, you know, I had my ways of reconnecting and being able to say, I'm human, love the fact that I'm human, don't judge that. That's the beauty of what makes me who I am and everybody else around. And so it was just a labor of love, man.
Now you get to play King Herod. Talked about a character to really sink your teeth into. Talk to me about playing one of the most famous biblical characters in history.
Well, you know, it's funny, I didn't really think about him that way, and then I realized who I was playing. He disappears pretty early in the movie, so I thought, well, I'll just go do this and it'll be fine. But as it turns out, I think I opened the first act with a lot of, you know, style and power and fun.
This is a tale that has been told so many different times. What's different about the retelling that Bill O'Reilly's put together?
Well, I think Bill, you know, tries to put it into a political context more than a biblical context, sort of update it to what we think about now. I mean, if you have a brain cell or two, you know, you realize that it relates anyway. But I think he did a nice job. He did a nice job of updating at least the approach to Jesus.
I'm just so proud to be a part of it. We have the most stellar cast, and I get to play this amazing, complicated, very powerful, villainous woman. Kind of cool.
You seem to really relish in it.
I kind of am, yeah. I won't lie, I kind of love it.
What's different about Bill's version? Obviously, he's been so successful in building these killing programs. What's different about his version with Killing Jesus?
I think that it's just that he really seems to bring about this human element to these larger-than-life characters, you know, that we always kind of put up here. He brings this human element to them. So even Jesus, we're seeing like the most sort of human side of him that we don't often see. We kind of see the more mystical part, right? So it's interesting. He was a man, so we're kind of exploring that. It's really cool.
When you get to be part of not only this cast, but Bill O'Reilly is one of the great minds in media who's telling this story. As an actor, you get that call. What's the reaction?
The reaction is just it's just excitement. It's knowing that you're going out to do a project with amazing people. We actually didn't know the cast before we actually got out to Morocco, so we didn't know who was finalized on it. But it was just to have a kind of, or be a part of a story that was being told with an amazing script. We knew the locations were going to be amazing. The costumes were historically accurate. So it was just a pleasure through and through.
You get to film in Morocco. How cool is that? I mean, like,
cool.
Are you kidding me?
It's very
like a vacation,
cool.
paid vacation.
It did feel like that at times, I have to say. But there was also times out in that desert where it got pretty hot, and there were flies everywhere, and it was hardcore at times. So for me, I was part of the kind of royal family, so we were always in really lovely locations, but some of the guys were out in the middle of nowhere, so.